The Jinn House, in an ancient quarter of Doha, stood a weathered stone house that everyone avoided. Whispers told of a family who once lived there, vanishing without a trace one fateful night years ago. The house held an eerie it would inexplicably light up at midnight, despite being abandoned, and neighbors often heard the sounds of parties and laughter emanating from within its walls. Strangely, whenever anyone approached the house, the sounds would abruptly cease, leaving an unsettling silence in their wake. The locals called it Bait al-Jinn, the Jinn House. One moonless night, a brave young man named Khalid decided to unravel the mystery. Steeling his nerves, he pushed open the creaking door and stepped inside. To his amazement, he found a dining table, fully set, as if the family was about to sit down for dinner. The food was still steaming, filling the air with tempting aromas. Curiosity overcame caution, and Khalid lowered himself into one of the chairs. As he did so, a chilling whisper tickled his ear. "We've been waiting for you." Khalid was never seen again, but in the days that followed, observant passers-by noticed something peculiar in the family portraits hanging on the walls. A new face had appeared, Khalid smiling alongside the long-lost family, forever trapped in the Jinn House's otherworldly embrace. To this day, the house stands as a silent warning to those who dare to meddle with the supernatural, its secrets locked away behind its stone facade, waiting for the next unsuspecting visitor to join its ghostly inhabitants. The Shadow of the Sock. In the heart of Old Sock Waqif, a peculiar tale whispered among the merchants spoke of a mysterious shadow that appeared just before dawn. This was no ordinary shadow, for it moved against the sun's path, defying nature itself. Those unfortunate enough to glimpse it were said to be struck with a fever lasting 7 days, as if touched by the supernatural. The shadow, they said, pursued late-night traders, lingering in the market's winding alleys. No matter how fast they ran or which corner they turned, the elusive specter always materialized before them, an inescapable presence in the pre-dawn gloom. Legend had it that this was the restless spirit of an ancient pearl merchant who had lost everything in a disastrous trade. Bound by his own avarice, he had sworn to haunt the souk until he reclaimed his lost fortune, but the shadow's tale held a twist, a temptation for the brave or the foolish. It was said that if one dared to call out to the shadow 3 times, they would vanish from existence entirely. Yet in the spot where they disappeared, ancient gold coins would materialize, glinting in the first rays of sunrise as dawn approached. Each day, the souk held its breath, merchants and visitors alike wondering if they would encounter the shadow and face its eerie challenge. Would they risk everything for the promise of gold, or flee from the otherworldly presence that defied the laws of light and shadow? In Souk Waqif, where the old and new Qatar intertwined, this legend served as a reminder that in the world of trade and fortune, greed could bind one's soul to the mortal realm long after death, and that the promise of wealth often came with a price too high to pay. The tale of the Qatari folkloric huntress on Qatar's golden shores, where sand meets sea, tells of the huntress passed down through generations. On moonlit nights, when the sea is calm and stars twinkle, a woman of captivating beauty appears to late fishermen. She wears a bright white dress that dances with the sea breeze, and in her hand, a fishing net made of golden threads glistens under the moonlight. Her voice is as sweet as the sea's melodies, inviting fishermen to help her find a rare pearl said to be the most beautiful in the world. But behind her enchanting beauty lies a dark secret. Those who respond to her call and follow her into the waters find themselves diving into the depths of the sea without the ability to return. Legends say she was the wife of a brave pearl diver swallowed by the sea one day, and she vowed to take revenge by taking anyone who resembles him with her to the depths. The old fishermen, with eyes that have seen much, they affirm they still hear her sorrowful singing on stormy nights. Her voice blends with the roar of the waves, carrying the pain of separation and the longing of waiting. the huntress's story remains a warning to sailors of the treacherous sea's dangers and a reminder that beauty may hide dark secrets. Every time fishermen set out to sea, they remember her tale and pray for her soul to find peace and for their safe return to shore. The Sea's Lament in Khor al-Adade, where Qatar's golden sands meet the blue waters of the Gulf, is passed down through generations. On calm summer nights, when the moon is full and the stars are twinkling, a strange moaning sound echoes from the depths of the sea. This sound, resembling the song of a sorrowful old woman, is said to be the spirit of a mother grieving the loss of her 7 sons in a single fishing trip. The tale, shared by fishermen from generation to generation, tells that every night she releases 7 unique pearls from the depths of the sea, floating on the water's surface like frozen tears in the moonlight. But these pearls are unlike any other, for whoever dares to pick one finds themselves on an unexpected journey in their dreams. They uncover the story of one of the mother's sons, seeing his life, dreams, and hopes that ended in the sea's depths. These are poignant moments that connect the world of the living with those who have passed. Yet, the sea has its strict rules. Anyone who succumbs to the temptation of keeping the pearl and doesn't return it before dawn finds themselves enchanted by the sea's call. Every night, a hidden force draws them to the shore, compelling them to wade into the waters in search of the pearl's place until they return it to its original home. Tales whisper that some old families in Qatar keep these pearls in special boxes passed down from generation to generation. They are said to bring a special blessing to those who keep their secret and honor their story, serving as a constant reminder of the sea's power and mysteries. Thus, on every calm summer night in Khor al-Adade, when one hears that mournful moan coming from the sea, everyone remembers the story of the mother and her 7 sons. They realize that the sea, with all its beauty and harshness, holds endless tales of love, loss, and eternal memories in its depths. The Tale of the Cemetery Child, a Qatari folktale. In the shadows of the old Al-Waqra Mosque lies a cemetery with secrets passed down through generations. As the sun sets and shadows stretch, the ghost of a small child appears, wearing traditional Qatari clothes and holding a simple wooden toy. The child moves lightly among the graves, his soft laughter echoing in the stillness. His eyes shine with curiosity, inviting passers-by to play. But anyone who tries to approach finds him vanishing like a mirage, only to reappear behind another grave in an endless mysterious game. The old cemetery keeper, with eyes that have seen decades of secrets, tells the story of this strange child. He says the child was buried here 100 years ago, and his spirit still seeks playmates. The keeper adds quietly, as if afraid someone might hear, that the child only appears to young visitors with their families. Those who dare to play with him wake up to find the wooden toy in their pocket. It's a strange gift from another world, carrying the memory of an unforgettable encounter. But the keeper warns against keeping this toy, for those who do hear the child's cries all night, a sorrowful sound that pierces walls and fills dreams with sadness until the toy is returned to its place among the graves. Thus, the story of the cemetery child stays alive in Al-Waqra's memory, whispered in gatherings and passed down through generations. It's a reminder that death doesn't end everything and that childhood innocence can transcend time and life. Every sunset over Al-Waqra Cemetery, visitors wonder if they'll see that mysterious child with the wooden toy, linking the living world with those who left long ago.